Anyways, I want to thank everyone for being here today. Truly remarkable that we launched the Shared Security Alliance only 2 months ago. And we now have over 40 members. So thank you guys all for being a part of this. We have a number of different types of companies being represented: restaking platforms, blockchains building on shared security, node operators, liquidity providers, service providers, and importantly, very importantly, downstream integrators and application developers who will utilize middleware built on shared security. So today we're going to show our industry that shared security is not just a meme. Okay? In my belief, we are a fundamental primitive that will truly help us realize a decentralized future. For those who don't know me, I'm Adam Winnick. I'm the president and co-founder of the Shared Security Alliance. Some of you know me as the co-founder of the Medici Network, and others as the co-founder of Finality Capital. So at Finality, our fund has invested early and heavily in shared security. Investors early on questioned us: what would happen if shared security didn't work? My answer: I'm leaving crypto. Where does this conviction in shared security come from? And why should you share it? Long ago, before AWS, I was an integration partner of SAP. I learned the value of microservices to building great applications. If we want a decentralized future that promises ownership and governance rights in a global digital economy, we need great decentralized applications. But we can't have great ones without great decentralized middleware. In April 2023, we published our restaking report. We highlighted the lack of parity between Web 2 apps and Web 3 apps. And one day we hope to see Web 3 apps reach parity with Web 2 apps in terms of the number of integrations that support applications. We highlighted the reason for this. There's just not enough money in the world to secure every piece of middleware we need. Sriram describes AVS as verifiable SaaS and EigenLayer as verifiable cloud infra. The demand for centralized SaaS and cloud infrastructure is gigantic. We can talk about the 70 AVSs on EigenLayer today. Google Cloud, AWS on average have about 200 services. There's 30,000 services in the SaaS market, a $650 billion market. This is why we're all excited about this space. Since our report last April, a lot has changed. Shared security has expanded beyond Ethereum to Bitcoin, Solana, and EigenLayer's TVL has hit $20 billion. Our report that we wrote said that EigenLayer, or should say that restaking would reach $30 billion in 5 years, TVL. It's worth revisiting this model we built. So if you look at we had a downside case, a base case, and an upside case. We weighted them. Ethereum was at 1,300 when we did this model. It first came out in April. This is a 5-year projection. We projected $30 billion in TVL over 5 years. We projected an individual network yield of 2.7%. We can talk about that later. And you can see here, we predicted, in the upside case, 40 projects building on EigenLayer. Today, that number is 70. The actual potential yield across all networks is 190%. Total addressable market, $27 billion. This is even before we talk about Bitcoin and Solana expectations, which should double the revenue opportunity. We did a survey. As some of you know, there's a link behind you. We'd love for you guys to complete the survey. But we have a number of AVSs that have responded, telling us what they project their yield to be. The average number is 5%. That's double this number. That would double the size of the revenue opportunity of restaking to $50 billion. It's a lot of money. And again, when Bitcoin and Solana come up, when Bitcoin staking and Solana restaking come online, there's a lot of money to go around for everyone. Whether you're a restaking platform, a node operator, an LRT, some other service provider, there's a lot of money left for restakers and a lot of yield. And I'm sure they won't be left with that much either. There's more money for everyone in the room. But there's also a lot of money, a lot of pressure, excuse me, to generate revenue. This is the pressure. A lot of TVL, but a lot of expectations. And that's where the SSA comes in. That's why this isn't just a symposium. It would have been easy to just do an event. Instead, we created an alliance, a 501c6, a trade organization, powered by its members, powered by you. The SSA seeks three things. We need more developers to build decentralized middleware. We want them to understand the benefits of doing it on shared security. This is not a meme. It's not just going to help them get a seed round done. We need more builders of decentralized middleware to quickly overcome the technical and business challenges of building on a nascent architecture so they can raise successful subsequent rounds and thrive post-mainnet. Okay? It may be easier to do a seed round building on shared security, but the people that have backed all the big restaking platforms have yet to meaningfully lean in to all the projects building on shared security. There's questions that they're waiting to be answered. What platform should be built on? Should you build it yourselves? Which operators or LRTs are the best to work with? What's the best way to work with them? What distribution channels should you use? What should you charge? Should you launch a token? When should you launch a token? We hope that we can answer these questions not only today, but through future activities of the SSA. Working groups that can develop standards and best practices. Online communities that can produce and share research. Hackathons, and more meetups, not only for builders in our space, but for integrators. We want to generate demand. We want to attract more integrators and application developers so they can realize what's now possible to build in Web3. Invention is the mother of necessity, and identify the best decentralized middleware for them to build, to integrate with. For those who have already committed to the SSA, thank you. Please consider completing our restaking report survey, and don't forget to follow us on x.com. Let's work together to build a better future for decentralized web applications. Thank you.